Let's say, for example, in this era, if there are top 2, 3 skills which a recruiter, technology recruiter to be specific, needs to have, what according to you are the top 2 or 3 skills which a tech recruiter needs to have according to you?
Right. I mean, to be honest, what I believe is all skills can be learned. The few things that, or few attributes that I believe are very important, and I have seen them to have very high correlation with success as a recruiter, is one, being proactive and being process oriented. What I mean by that is, a big portion of a recruiter's job is to follow up at the right times, keep communicating heavily, and not assume anything. Because you lose out on most people just because your process was delayed. So being able to do that very proactively, being able to push your hiring managers very proactively, that is very important. But I believe your question was not on the softer skill aspect. Your question was more on what should they know from a hard skill standpoint. Um, from a hard skill standpoint, I believe, again, this, I mean, I've said this multiple times now. One is domain knowledge is important. You should understand, if you're hiring in tech, you should understand at least the terminologies in tech. And then you should spend some time understanding those terminologies. It's okay to not be able to write code, but you should be able to understand what a particular tech does. And then therefore, I mean, the basic litmus test is, can you actually hold a conversation with a senior candidate for 15 to 20 minutes where they're talking about tech? Do they feel comfortable discussing tech with you? So that's one. It's important because of, one, it helps you find the right people. It's important because it helps you build the right kind of relations. That's one. Two, I believe, understanding of, I mean, a big portion of recruitment is headhunting/sourcing. So understanding of all common sourcing platforms like your Naukri, LinkedIn, IMjobs, or doing maybe X-ray search to figure out like people across various platforms. That's, I would say, is the second item on the list. Source, you should be good at sourcing. You should be very passionate about sourcing, finding the right people. And once you find them, you need to make sure they stay your candidate forever, which means if you have found a person and you've helped them make a career transition, you need to build the kind of relations where they keep coming back to you. They rely on you for all of their future jobs. That is very important. In fact, like a lot of you will maybe in a year or two from now start doing leadership recruitment. That is the path to do leadership recruitment. You have build a lot of relations, and then that becomes your user base. In the case of InterviewBit, we had our website as the user base that was helping us build those relationships. So that's two. And three is, I mean, just being a little tech savvy to understand what tools can you use to help you save bandwidth, which is, for example, just get to know a little bit of mailing tools, etc. Get to understand how to build. For example, there are these things called drip campaigns in marketing, where you can send you can schedule a sequence of emails to be sent to a candidate that you want to activate in case they are not responding, which again, if written well, if designed well, can help you open up candidates even without you having to call them. These are mails that get triggered automatically. So again, good understanding of mailing systems, email systems, mail drip campaigns, etc., will help you a lot. It will help you free up a lot of your bandwidth.
Awesome. So these pointers which you made, I think the first two recruiters would have heard a lot. Okay, the third one, I think I'll add it. The term probably solutions, right? Recruiters need to be looking for technology solutions, like the way we started the conversation, budding up with tech. Not just a mailing system; it can be anything else. So as a recruiter, how are you tech savvy or maybe solution savvy, if not tech savvy, if you have to put it that way? Right? Today we know, okay, if not WhatsApp, we know it's Signal or maybe Telegram. That's a solution which we have in our mind, right? How else we can chat with someone. Similarly, in our recruiting activities, I think recruiters need to figure out what are the solutions which they can look forward to minimize their entire recruiting load, right? The entire recruiting life cycle, where they can automate or maybe minimize, right? So I think that's a pretty amazing point. Recruiters would be hearing the first 2 points pretty often, but the third one is something which is recruiters need to look into, right?